Hey guys, it's me Keisha and I am here with a new Spill the Tea video. So I don't know if y'all saw or heard about what happened between Draya Michele and her baby daddy Jalen Green over the weekend. But a video came out, I want to say it was like Thursday night, Friday, where you see Draya and Jalen and I guess some friends of theirs walking down a street at nighttime, and Draya and Jalen are arguing. And she's chasing behind him. People in her little entourage are trying to stop her, calm her down, calm him down. And you hear explicitives being thrown, threats being thrown, and it is a hot, stinking mess. First of all, when the clip came out, I didn't even think it was Draya because she had on some spandex leggings with the mesh side. I ain't seen them since 2010. I was like, that ain't Draya, but it was Draya, child. And I was like, what the fuck she got on? But anywho, that ain't what we're here to talk about. Let's watch the video. So the two had attended the Mert and Marcus 71 gin party held at the Manor in New York, and it was around 2 a.m. when they got into it on the street. Now, I don't know if you all heard, but in the argument, you hear Jalen saying to Draya, I hate you. He calls her a B, and he even said, I'll punch you. Yeah, and then I guess somewhere in the conversation she called him a pussy, and he was like, "What? I'm a what?" Child. Now, in the comment section on the Shade Room, you got Scrappy talking about, nah, this that grown woman and YN conversation. That's how it goes when you want them young, cuh. Somebody else said he's just being a kid. They say they hate their parents all the time. Somebody else said running behind a 23-year-old as a 41-year-old woman, BD or not, this is embarrassing. Somebody else said, he said, I'll punch you back. Am I the only one that heard that? Them terrible twos be something. Now her 22-year-old son gonna have to fight his 22-year-old stepdad. Y'all are unbelievable. Unbelievable. Then lastly, somebody said every couple argues, that's normal and they are no different. However, if a man is walking away, ladies, take heed and give him his space. Stop trying to force someone to talk / deal with you while they're angry. Okay, let's have a conversation because that is complete foolery. First of all, let's get something straight. There is nothing normal about that situation. First of all, she ain't had no business messing around with when she got with him 21-year-old boy that is literally the same age as her son. And please believe it will, if it was in the reverse and it was a man dating somebody that age, I would feel the exact same way. Okay, it's weird, it's awkward, it's low-key gross. Second of all, that's not normal to call the mother of your children or your child the B word, saying I'll punch you back and I hate you and all of that stuff. That's not normal. Grown ups don't fight or argue that way. Granted, obviously they may have had drinks or whatever, but that still does not excuse the behavior. This is a 41-year-old mother of three running down the street in high heels, chasing behind her 23-year-old NBA star baby daddy. Like, embarrassing. Embarrassing to be chasing after a man, period. But chasing after a child. A child. Literally, a child. We all, when we found out about the fact that Draya was dating this dude, was like, what is happening here? Like, what is going on? But seeing that video made me realize that the reason why Draya had no issues dating a 21 when she got with him year old dude is because her mentality is still stuck in her 20s. There has been no growth, no maturity with her over the years. Yes, she's calmed down. We don't really see much of her anymore, except for a picture here, a picture there. She lives a pretty much quiet life. But from what I just saw, that's still the same Draya that we were introduced to back in the mid 2000s. They get along because they still both have the same mentality. That's why she didn't have any issues, any qualms about sleeping with, laying down, having a baby with somebody that is literally the same age as her oldest child. You knew she ain't had no damn sense when we found out she named her baby Light Green. Yeah. I think nothing is more embarrassing to be a 40-some-year-old fool, a 50-year-old fool. Like, I feel like by the time you hit 40, whether you are a man or a woman, all childish things need to be set aside. She should have been so embarrassed by that. Oh, but she wasn't, because the next day she got online and posted a picture of them cozied up at some event like it was nothing. Pathetic. Embarrassing, not only to you, your children, your son, who is literally his same age, your other son, who by now is probably almost a teenager. Like, Draya, what are you doing with your life? And why were you wearing those 2010 leggings? What is going on? What is happening? Why was he dressed like a gigolo from the 70s? I'm just so confused about everything that is going on here. Everything was off that night. It was like, was it a full moon going on? Because baby, at this point, girl, you didn't have the baby. Collect your check and move on with your life, because we all know this relationship is not lasting. Okay? You're cute. You got a nice shape and all of that stuff. But he's going to eventually get tired if he isn't already. He probably already cheating. And he's going to find a younger model that's around his age. So go ahead and file for child support and get that money, your money on, because it ain't like he ain't got it. He's worth millions. Get the money and go on. You got another check coming for the next 18 years. Get your money and go on at this point. Because that second baby daddy, Orlando, I ain't heard nothing about him. Do he even still play football? I ain't heard nothing about that man. So I don't know if that money done dried up or what. But girl, get back to acting. Go back to reality television. What happened to Fine Ass Girls? What happened to Mint Swim? Like, what happened? Like, you was really doing the dang on thing at one point. And here you go, resorting back to laying on your back to collect the check from Nick. Girl. And you too old to be running down the street at this point. Girl, we old. We are old. Yeah, you might look in shape, but I know your knees and shit was hurting the next morning, running in behind this nigga. Girl, bye. I know you had to rub your legs and stuff down with some alcohol because they was swole. Probably got up the next morning just a cracking and a aching. Get it together, Draya, or forget it forever. I really want to know what his mama and them think about this. Like, what did they think when he brought her ass home? I would have been like, girl, if you don't get your old rickety ass about my house, I know you don't think you about to date my son. Oh, hell no. Hell no. We would have had to have a woman to woman, okay? Because I would have been like, excuse you, bitch. Like, let's literally have a conversation because what do you think you doing here? Okay? And like she should feel so ridiculous allowing this dude to disrespect her, calling her a b, she calling him a pussy, and she's threatening to hit him, and he's saying I'll punch you back, which lets me know he probably will. Like, first of all, sir, you have one of the largest NBA contracts. Are you trying to get canceled? You better be glad this video hasn't really grew legs and hit the big social media platforms like ESPN and People Magazine and what's that? The New York Times and all of that type of stuff. Because if it had, oh baby, you literally were caught on camera saying you would punch her back. That is career ending. You better get it together. Y'all out here wilding. Wilding. Wilding, okay? But y'all let me know what y'all think about this foolery. Let's talk about it down below in the comment section, you guys. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you, T Squad, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.